Hi there YouTube, and welcome to an update on Keighley Sidings. Um, right, again there's not overly much done, but there's been a few big things going on around here lately, mainly having new windows fitted in the house, and the builders have chosen to use this area to store glass and window frames, so it's not been overly accessible over the last couple of weeks. I've also been busy with other things. I'm getting married mid-November, so there's been things for that to sort out and etc. So time and space has been taken away from the layout, but I have got some things done. So I will show you what's gone on, and we'll start down this end. The 153 is there because, well, I'll show you that in a minute. Right, this end, Sainsbury's car park area. Now the little mini embankment over here, and down the side of the side into the workyard, has had some ground cover and foliage and things added to it. Now it's not finished because mainly I'm wanting to experiment with different types of grass techniques. I've been waiting for a guy on YouTube to upload the proper steps and methods for teddy bear fur, and I'm also going to give hanging basket liner a whirl. So the scatter and ground cover's down, but as I said, it's not fully finished because I want to give these techniques a go. So the embankment is still looking a bit patchy. There is some larger clumps of foliage on there, things like that, but as you can see there's still bits what's showing through. So that's the reason for that. So hopefully, when I've got these proper methods and when I've been and bought some of the materials, I'll be able to get the longer grass and things in there used. Just something different from static grass. I'm getting a bit bored of using that, and I find it's a pain. Your applicator don't fit everywhere, and tufts are a bit of a pain to use and things like that, so I'm just giving something different a whirl. Down there's a little box been added. Sainsbury's car park now has fencing around it, which then comes all the way down here to the next bit, which I'll show you in a moment. The plan was to use ratio security fencing, but yeah, I got sick of that as well. I don't know if anyone's ever built it, but there's individual posts, and then there's the 3 bars that go across the top, and then you get this really, or what I find really horrible, cheap type fishnet type stuff to actually make the meshing on the fencing, and I really didn't like it, and it was too fiddly. I had all the holes drilled and all the posts in, but then I ran out of the metal bars and went from bad to worse. So I just got some different stuff, and this is actually ratio GWR spear fencing painted black, grey. It was the black, and I think it's done the job alright. It's the right height, or enough of a height. So I did some foliage around the bottom of the fencing, painted the car park. Need to do the lines and a bit of weathering in there. Got some cars in, got a bin in the corner. So yeah, that end, it's coming along nice, but will be better when I've got the more overgrown and grass things in. And then down to this end, the workyard, the network rail workyard, is coming along. Now this fencing, it will come up to here, to the end of the yard area, and there will be a small gap for like a gateway. So in real life, the vehicles come in like on an angle from this way into this bit. There's also a gate coming down here to a little access road down to the side of the siding. So the fencing will partially start about midway here and go down and then around the back of the yard. Not everything down there is fixed. It's just to give an idea of where things are going to go. There's ballast bins and wheelbarrow in there, crates, toilet, pipe, skip, and yeah, it's not looking too bad. once the fencing's in, again some ground covers down, you know, it'll finish that area off. This transit in there is slightly weathered, and this one over here, I've painted the step on the back yellow. One drove past me the other day and had a quick look at it, and they have yellow steps on the back, so I've painted the back yellow, and I'm going to add a grey ladder down the side as well, because they also have them down the side of the roof. And then also, this is the one with the flasher unit installed. That was on Common Barn. Now what I've done, because I haven't drilled holes in this board yet, and it's going to be a bit tricky to do that. Obviously, with it balancing on top of Common Barn, it's going to put a lot of pressure on it. So what I've done is I've run the wire through the tunnel, and then I've popped a hole through the tunnel side, and then the 9-volt battery just attaches in there, so it's all accessible, you know, to have it flashing. The police car flasher was going to go down there as well, but for the little golf cruise, but there was just too much flashing going on, and it was kind of blagging my eyes a little bit, so I'm not going to bother with that. The police car can stay on Common Barn for the thugs. So yeah, they're the major things. Workyard started on, and the car park area is done. I've also had the Keighley sign at the back, and I've added some ballast in front of Asda, which I need to glue down, and a little ballast pile here as well. So yeah, that's where we're at with Keighley Sidings. Now the 153 has got a nice little addition on here, and it is in fact a custom made nameplate. I don't know if you can make it out on there. Doesn't focus overly well, but it actually says Emily, and Emily, my partner, bought me this for my birthday, and I found this custom nameplate company online, Narrow Planet. So I just thought I'd get one made up just for that little touch, try and win her over a bit with the railway. And it's really good. It's really quality. It's etched brass, painted in a colour of your choice. I'm really peed off actually that you can't overly tell. But yeah, it's a nice little item. I know you don't normally find on 153s, but seeing as though she bought me, it was a nice touch. And it is really good quality. The company is a bit hard keeping communications with, and obviously you've got to wait quite a while, because they wait until they can mass produce and not just make one for one person at a time. So I think I waited about 8 weeks all in all for it. But they send you nice drafts midway, and yeah, it's a nice item, so glad I got that. And that really, for Keighley Sidings, is about it. So not overly much done, obviously for the reasons I've mentioned, but there is, you know, the plans for what I want to do. Now, one thing I have managed to do, as well as this, is complete another loco overhaul. If I just hold this on the side in here, and I'll place it there, and it is actually this. It's a Class 08 shunter, which is now in BR black livery with wasp stripes. Now this is a livery on this particular class that I've really liked, and there's a lot of custom ones out there that have been painted into this livery. Now I've been scouring eBay for months waiting for a donor Class 08, and I didn't want one that had too new a bodywork that I was going to ruin, but I still needed one new enough for reliable running. And this one is actually the Batman Grey 08 that I had, if people remember from past videos. And I did get off that eBay. It was £20, more or less brand new. It does run well, and so, you know, I thought, well, I'm wanting a black one. I don't particularly like the grey one. I only got the grey one for the sake of having an 08, so I've repainted it. So yeah, it's all in satin black, then it's been weathered. Added the overhead wire transfers, and I know that's the wrong BR logo for it, but I don't have any of the old crests, so I've whacked that one on there for now. The grey one had one in that position anyway, but an older crest will look better, so when I get one of them I'll swap it over. And then I've added the little shunter figure on there off my yellow 06. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it because like I say, it's a model and a livery that I've always wanted to own, and now I've got it. And it's a good running loco as well, so it's win-win really, and I'm really happy with it. If anyone's got any suggestions for the weathering, sometimes I look at it and I think I've done it too heavy, sometimes I look at it and think it's just some bits missing. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. But overall, I'm happy with it. I'm going to detail the cab end. I'll put some pipes on there. I'm going to replace the buffers like I've done on the locos because these are the spring type ones and I quite like them. But other than that, that's about it. That's my new overhaul. That's, I think, 5 locos now altogether. I've re-liveried and made my own. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully next time I'll have made a start on the longer grass and things, and there may be a common barn update to come as well. I've done a few little bits on there, not overly much, but some things. So yeah, hopefully before my big day looming, they might get us to 1 or 2 updates in. But for now, that's it from Keith Sidings. Thank you for watching and goodbye.